welcome to this week's YouTube video. I think painting white objects is the hardest of all colours to paint. This is because they can have the greatest value range and they can take on the colours of their environment. I have painted quite a few white objects and have come up with a simple way to paint them that always works. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I painted this recent cat commission in 4 standard colours: red, yellow, blue and white. So let's get into the video and I'll speak about what I'm doing as I go along. First of all, let me show you my palette for this painting. I am using cadmium yellow light, yellow ochre light, transparent yellow oxide, cadmium red, alizarin crimson, transparent red oxide, ultramarine deep and titanium zinc white. I have also mixed up a few other colours, a black red and a black green. These two mixed together give me my rich black. A red purple, 2 oranges and another green. Understanding the properties of your paint will make painting white objects simpler. If you are not sure what I mean, have a watch of this video where I explain how understanding your palette makes colour mixing easier. This painting is a combination of 4 colours: yellow, red, blue and white. But notice how I have 3 yellows and 3 reds on my palette. Whilst the 4 colours always remain the same, the combination will change depending upon my value and the light in my reference photo. For example, because this is northern light, which is cool, I will mostly use my cadmium yellow light for my mid-tone areas. This is my coolest yellow on my palette. If I were dealing with warm southern light, I would swap this yellow for my yellow ochre light, which is more of a yellow orange and warmer. Generally speaking, I paint the majority of this painting in cadmium yellow, cadmium red, ultramarine deep and white, but occasionally I do need my black red and my black green, my transparent yellow and my yellow ochre light. The way I lay my paint is in a broken colour effect, so often you can see my red, yellow and blue all laid next to each other. Looking at that background, I have used this purple plus cadmium yellow to give me that brown. Remember that opposite colours mixed together will always give you a brown. Notice in that background you can see strokes of red, yellow, purple and green hues. As I move down to this area here, it becomes very purple. It's all been mixed with the same 4 colours, but I am just adding different quantities of each depending upon the colour I see. This is a very simple way to work, as all I have to do is look at my reference photo and ask myself, do I see yellow, red or blue? I know that this purple plus yellow will give me this brown. I use this as my base colour and then just adjust my colours from there. It's simple and effective. As I move to my darker areas, I change my red, yellow and blue combination. I am now using my black red, my ultramarine deep and my transparent yellow oxide. All these colours are transparent and because of this they will not affect my value when I mix them together. This gives me the option of colourful blacks. So here it is a little redder, here a little bluer, but look how black they are. It is a much better option to use these colours to mix your blacks. For that ear, I changed my red, yellow and blue combination again. This time I am using yellow ochre light, cadmium red and ultramarine deep. I am also using my white to lighten. Yellow ochre light and cadmium red gives me those beautiful warm oranges you see in an animal's ear. As the temperature becomes a little cooler, I add less yellow and a little blue. Working this way makes mixing a lot easier because I don't have many choices. Red is my warmest colour, yellow is my second warmest colour. Blue and white are both cool colours. Blue will darken, white will lighten. Therefore, if I'm looking at an area that is cooler than the adjacent area, I ask myself, am I seeing red, yellow or blue? I am seeing red. Am I seeing a warm red or a cool red? I am seeing a cool red. Therefore, I add a little white and a little blue. For the cat's fur, I change colour combinations again. This time I use my cadmium yellow, cadmium red, ultramarine deep and white. It is amazing how many different colour mixes these colours will give me. Remember that mixing opposite colours together and adding white will give you a grey. If I mix a purple heavier on the blue and add yellow and white, it gives me this beautiful dirty silver colour that you can see around the ear. As I move into this area down here, my fur is in the shadows. Because my light is cool northern light, my shadows are warm. I am therefore mixing a purple that is heavier on the red and adding a little yellow. This gives me a grey that has a red hue. As I move across into the mid-tone areas, my mix then leans towards green, so I'm using more yellow and blue and a small amount of red and white. As my paint gets lighter, I add my yellow to my white before just laying white in the really light areas. To get the soft edge effect that you see, it's really important to make sure that you have enough paint on your canvas. Not having enough paint will make it impossible to push and pull the paint around. White paint can be pretty stiff, so you may want to add a little medium to your paint. Sometimes I will use linseed oil to make my whites more pliable. To recap then, when painting white objects, your colours will always be some combination of red, yellow, blue and white. Understand the different mixes you will get from using different reds, different yellows and different blues. Remember, red and yellow are warm, blue and white are cool. Understanding this will help you mix correct temperatures. Adding white will lighten your mix, adding blue will darken it. Use these two colours to control your value. To mix beautiful neutrals, remember that opposite colours mixed together will always give you a brown. Opposite colours mixed together plus white will always give you a grey. Make sure you have enough paint on your canvas so you can push and pull your paint around. Use a little medium if you have big areas of white and your paint is stiff. I hope you have enjoyed today's video and found it useful. Please like and subscribe if you can, and check out my website sarahhallidayart.com, where you will find examples of my work and also details of online classes that I run. Thank you for watching and see you for the next one.